Welcome to Hoppy Talk. I'm your host, Matthew Coles.
Rick Rasso.
We're gonna do another taste test, but not on light beers this time, because I think Coors was my favorite. Not light though, because we already proved that it was Bud Light. So,
You know what? Out of all these beers, I think the one that I've had recently is Yuengling.
yeah, me too.
I think that's it. But like the other ones, let's see if I kind of remember what it is. But you want to tell them which ones they are?
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna be doing Yuengling, Coors Banquet, Budweiser, Miller High Life. Yep. Wow, that brings memories.
Bad ones?
That brings memories of getting the Miller High Life caguamas. I don't know what you call them.
The 40s.
The 40s. And then we get a straw and we put it in the bottle. And then you drink it and the air is going through here to the bottom. So you just down the 40. Go, 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 go. And you're like, oh yeah. But yeah.
What? I never did
like
that, but I remember drinking that stuff. Yeah, so.
All right, so same process. We're gonna have shells come and label them and pour them, and then keep a straight face, because she did a good job last time. I think Yuengling is gonna be my favorite, just because I'll go for a Yuengling. I like Yuengling so much, I didn't even categorize it with these other beers. So when I saw that when you brought it, I'm like, oh man, that one's gonna win for sure. But I don't know.
I think that one is still independently owned. Or I don't know if some of these are or what, but we can probably look into that. But Yuengling is new to the Texas market. It wasn't like, I think it came 5 years ago. Before it wasn't in this market. And now Texas is one of the few places that has it on this side of the Mississippi. So yeah.
So what brewing company owns Yuengling?
Yuengling.
Oh.
I think it's Yuengling.
See, that's what I mean. Because Coors, who owns Coors? They make a bunch of stuff, right?
Budweiser is InBev, but I don't know the rest, and we can probably look that up and see who owns what. But it's like...
For sure we know Budweiser owns everything.
Well, InBev owns Budweiser. So that's something we can delve into, like how those companies got bought out and all that stuff. But yeah.
Out of all these, would you say Yuengling's the smallest company?
Like brewing wise or how well it's known?
Brewing wise.
Probably. I think Yuengling's the smaller one.
I think so. I think it's going to be the best one.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll another cigarette?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's roll it and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I was surprised. Our water doesn't smell that much like
according to
like chlorine.
To the water stuff that I saw, the Northeast has better water. Or the Northeast plant. I don't know if you guys get Northeast water.
Look, right away, I think this one's Yuengling.
Yeah, me too. I think that's Yuengling.
Huh? Let's see. Come on, show us some facial features.
So what do we do?
Let's
start with one.
I'm gonna start with one of these.
I just ate some of those too.
Well, you know what? This time, I've drank water, so I'm not thirsty, and I ate dinner. So this is gonna be a unique one. Because usually we do the podcast and I haven't eaten dinner. And sometimes I'm like thirsty, so the first beer I'm like, oh it's so good. Let's do it. All right.
Let's do number one.
I think this one's...
I think that's Yuengling too.
This one's Yuengling.
And again, it's like, I don't know. I just haven't had these beers in so long. Because you want them to all kind of look the same, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's Yuengling.
I think so too.
Cheers. Number one. Smells like crap. It smells like... Oh my gosh.
Tastes like Bud Light.
Good. That means it tastes good, according to our studies.
It tastes like Bud Light before I knew Bud Light tasted good.
I don't know.
I think this is Miller High Life.
This is going to be harder.
I think this one's Miller High Life.
I like it. I don't know if it's Miller High Life. I think it's... I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's go through all of them. I don't know. I don't know about that one. And then we'll do the thing also, go backwards.
Yeah.
And see which one. Yeah.
It's going to be so funny. And we're like, Budweiser's the best. Because I don't think I like Budweiser either. But what? I don't know, man. That last podcast blew my mind. I don't even know what to think. I really want to do this with all the beers that I have a favorite of. Because I talk about them all the time. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite beer. This is my favorite beer. This is one of my favorite beers. Now I want to do a blind taste test with all of those.
All of them. See what's up.
To really know.
Let's do the next one.
Budweiser.
That one's cleaner.
This is really hard.
Yeah, this one's going to be difficult. Because I think I've had the light beers more often than these.
For sure I've had this one. Pretty sure that's Yuengling. Without even sipping it. Also, look at it.
I know.
It's the only one that stands out on the paper and on the...
But I don't know. I do you remember Miller High Life having a color like that?
No. No, Miller High Life definitely has the pee-pee color.
It does?
Yeah. Well, this is like dehydrated pee-pee color. Wait, we got to do clean the palate. I'm excited about this next one.
Oh, this one is going to be difficult.
I like dark beers.
Difficult.
Have you had dinner?
No.
I can tell. You're doing 2 Cheetos at a time?
Oh?
And that's what I was doing last time. And you were doing 1 Cheeto. So now you're doing it.
Sure. All right. Next one. Let's see. Cheers.
So good.
You think so?
Yuengling. You know what Gustavo told me? So you remember on the last podcast?
I feel like if you close your eyes, you just...
And that's what I was going to say. You kind of have to close your eyes too. It has to be literally a blind taste test.
Yeah.
Because this is what Gustavo told me. Because in the last podcast, we were like, oh, Coors is so gross. And then we're like, we don't believe you. So she brought out the Coors can. And then we're like, it kind of tastes better now. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then, so Gustavo called me and he's like, oh, that was a great podcast. He's like, but you know what? The way a can looks does change the flavor. And I know it sounds ridiculous, But there is something to it, like the color has to match the flavor maybe, or something along those lines. And he said that he used to drink, it might have been Bush. I don't remember. But he didn't used to drink it. Whenever he drank it, he said it was gross. But then all they did was switch the top of the can color to gold. That's it. And he said they started tasting better.
What?
And he likes them now.
You know what? I do believe like there's some heavy marketing. Like beer companies, they delve deep into marketing. There's like millions.
Psychological stuff.
Yeah, like let's see. I mean, there's reasons why things are sold in bottles or sold in cans. Or why they have certain colors and all that.
Shapes, letter shapes.
Yeah, because think about it. Like, have you ever been to those draft houses that have like 75 taps? It's like out of all those 75, these companies have to figure out how to stand out, right? Or they have to have already influenced you somewhere else to drink that beer there. And it's like some interesting stuff. Like if you just kind of look at taps like that, it doesn't even have to be that many. Let's say you just have 12 or 6, right? There's certain ones that just stick out. You're like, I want to try that one.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's like, what is the influence on that? What colors? What's their target market? Are they targeting men? Are they targeting women? What age? What demographic within that? There's like a lot of studies that go into that.
Yeah. They spend a bunch of money on it.
And I don't just think beer, but like also like I was watching a documentary about cars, right? And how like in the 60s, they're like, we want to cater to like the male, young males who just got out of high school in the late 60s. And that's how they have the muscle car, you know, when it was affordable. So it was very affordable, a lot of power, a lot of this. And then later on they came out with a Mustang where it looked like that, but it didn't have all that power. They had a model that had that, but it was just like, just more economical. You didn't spend as much gas, but you had the look. You know, so it's like, how are they targeting these people? It's really interesting stuff, but yeah. Well, so you think that's Yuengling? I think that's Yuengling. I'm just giving you looks because last time we were like, that's
So right now, I think this is Miller. I think this is Budweiser. I think this is Yuengling. And if this one tastes like shit, it might be Coors. Based on Coors Light. No, I don't know.
Dude.
I do remember liking Coors. I remember going to the party and Felipe brought Coors.
Yeah.
And maybe it was Coors and not Coors Light. So this one might taste really good. Maybe it's Coors. Maybe, I don't know.
No, this one's harder because I think when usually you show up to a party or at least for me, a family gathering or something, it's usually the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not somebody bringing in
does that have to do with calories?
I guess so. I think it's just lighter taste. I know because they have, like right now I was buying the Budweiser and then there's Budweiser Select 55 and that one's like 55 calories. Right? So is it calories? Is it taste?
Would you look that up, Shells? Are light beers light because their calories are light? I never thought of it until they came out with Michelob Ultra Light. Isn't that what it stands for?
Michelob Ultra, yeah.
But
I was trying to find like the Michelob of this, but it's Michelob Amberbach.
Yum.
And then it's Michelob
Well, then
Ultra.
It would look like this.
Yeah, that's why. So I was like, that's going to stand out too much. So,
but none of these are box, right? Except for the Yuengling might be.
No, the Yuengling's a lager.
It's a dark lager.
Yeah, well, because they just started getting lighter and lighter throughout history.
So, you know that Modelo Negra is a dark lager?
Yeah, it's a dark lager.
I didn't know that. That's like one of my favorite beers.
Yeah, the Modelo Negra, the box, those are all dark lagers. What were you going to say?
Like all those dark Mexican beers like Indio and Bohemia, those are all, I love all those beers, but what are those?
They're also like
dark lagers?
American lager, they're dark lagers.
Apparently I like dark lagers.
Yeah.
What was
light is because of calories and usually less alcohol, so.
Oh.
Really? Oh, yeah, so I think a Budweiser has 5% and then a Bud Light has 4.2. So that makes sense.
So we're going to get more buzz this time around.
Maybe, I don't know.
I got a little buzz last time.
You did?
Yeah. But we went this way and this way.
I did. Well, we're going to do it again.
All right,
Let's
ready
try
for the
this
last
one. Salud. I gotta say though, these are better than the lights.
Whoa, this one's really good. I think this is Coors.
No, I think this is Miller.
Miller High Life?
I think that's Miller High Life.
No way.
Yeah, there's a weird taste in there.
Oh.
For sure, I'm gonna put that one Miller High Life, number 4. For me. Final.
I'm going to change my answer.
I think that's Miller High Life.
When I'm editing these podcasts, they crack me up because I'm like, I'm going to give this one an 8. And then like a little while later, I'm like, it's more like a 7.
I think that's a Miller High Life. I give that like a 3.5. So I'll give it my rating here. Do you give it tier 2?
Yeah, go for it. Dude, we were doing like stars.
I am convinced that's Miller High Life. I think one time I got pretty tipsy on Miller High Life, and it upset my stomach, and I did not like it.
So this one's really good. I think I might like it more than this one.
Really?
Unless this is Yuengling.
So I'll do the rating here, 3.5. This one.
You started doing points? Christian was doing points.
Yeah, is that what we did? No, but he was doing like 3.9. I just do a 0.5.
But you and I are like, we're like 1, 5, 8, and then Christian was like, this one's like a 7.8. I'm like, what? I just rounded up to an 8.
Oh,
I'm not that I'm not that technical with this. All right, I'm gonna start with this one again. Going backwards this time. Wait, I'm gonna mark what I think first. I might change
just that one. I went straight to it.
I might change.
Positive
it, okay,
that's Miller High Life.
Okay, Yuengling. I think Yuengling's 3. I think Coors.
I agree with you. Yuengling is.
I said Coors
3.
is 4, but I was kind of just convinced because I went this way. I was waiting for the tastiest one. I think Budweiser is 2.
I still got to taste these
1.
to see what's up. And then the Yuengling.
I'm gonna start over here again. All right, let me go back to my childhood.
Let me just get one Cheeto, or else people know I.
Let me go back to. So I have one memory in particular. And this is embarrassing, but in high school, me and my friends drank a lot, and like we prided ourselves on drinking a lot, and so I remember one time at a party, we were already drunk, and my friend Matt was like, "Let's down these 40s." It was Miller High Life. We stuck the straw in there, chugged them, they went down. I was like, yeah. We sat on the couch, and I was like, I'm gonna go take a piss. But really, I felt like throwing up. So I just went in there and threw up. And then I came back, I like rinsed my mouth out and everything. I came back and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to drink some more. So if you watch that video, Matt, I'm sorry. I lied to you. But yeah, that's what happened. And so I want to try to remember. Hold on, let me drink this one. This one's really good. I like number 4 the best.
Really?
So we're rating up to 5-star, right? For these?
No, 10-star.
Rating like we normally do our ratings?
Yeah, 10. I gave it a 3.5. Just that one. I'm almost sure the reason I went to that, there's this particular taste. One time I drank too much Miller High Life. Similar story, right? And it just kind of, yeah.
Do you not like it?
No, I don't like this one.
It's rare when we don't agree.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like it.
I
don't like it. And then this one here, I actually like less.
You like this one less?
Yeah, but I know it's Yuengling. I know it's Yuengling because of the color, but the actual taste, I don't like as much. So let me see if I can.
I'm going to give this one, so I'm going to do like stars. Or I guess these are tally marks.
It has like a weird bitterness. Like on the top angled part of your mouth, this one. Like it has a weird bitterness like here. Like try it again. It's like between your tongue and your palate, but towards the back. This one. And this one just...
I'm surprised this one was really good. I'm shocked. All right. Damn, this one's really good too. Ooh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You know what? This one tastes like it was brewed with not the best water.
Is that what it is?
I think that's kind of a weird thing to say, but just try it. Like, think about the flavor of the water that's in there.
My God.
90% water.
90% water.
Tell me if that's the flavor you're getting. It's like when you drink water and you're like, oh, that's like it kind of tastes like tap water at the end, or is that just me?
I don't know. No.
Now it tastes good.
This one's gonna be a lot harder than the other one. Let's see.
I think this one's a 3. 3 stars. All right. Which one did you just do? 2?
Yeah, and then Yuengling. So I have 4, 3. This one I'm gonna give it a 3. 3.0. But fun fact, Yuengling, oldest brewery in the country. 1829.
Wow. I like how you
1829.
pointed this one because you're convinced it's Yuengling.
Yeah, I think, because of the color.
I think it is also because of the color. Because it's also so the oldest brewing company in the United States, and yet it's the smallest of all these, possibly. Mm-hmm. That's what we think.
Yeah, and I don't know who founded it. In Pennsylvania, there's a healthy German population, right? But
Oscar Yuengling.
I don't know about that.
Probably something like that, right?
Yeah. And that's what I think. I don't even know if it's the smallest brewing company. We haven't looked it up.
Yeah, we'll have to look. But
yeah.
I know, Miller has a bunch of beers underneath it. What other beers does Yuengling have?
They have a porter. They have the...
Really?
They have a black and tan.
So this Yuengling, what is it actually called? Yuengling?
I think it's Yuengling.
And then they have Yuengling Porter and then Yuengling.
Yeah, like this is an independently owned brewery. Like they had a porter. I was reading a little bit since the 70s, before the whole craft beer takeover in the 80s, where ales came back and everything. Because for a long time it was just lagers. Lagers were American. That's what you could find. And then in the 80s, that's where you had the craft beer movement, where it came back into the States and a lot of people started making the American Pale Ale, the IPA, and all that stuff.
You know, I'm remembering, I think Budweiser is darker than Bud Light.
No, I don't. Not like that though.
No,
I don't.
I'm starting to think this is. I think this is Yuengling.
I'm telling you,
this
dude.
One's good.
They gaslight us with their vessels.
All right, I'm on 2. You took a sip of 2 already?
No, I'm gonna take a sip of 2 again. I was going back and forth on these just to kind of see.
Cheers, Ricky.
Cheers.
Fuck, this is hard. This one tastes good too now.
I like this one better. Still not great, but this one tastes more crispy, I guess. And you don't really smell anything. You know what I mean? Like there's a small scent, but not.
This is so hard. I thought this one was Budweiser. I am so lost. I don't know what to think. Like, we honestly just think this one's Yuengling based on the color. And you think this one's Miller High Life because you got really sick on it once and you're getting the same feeling?
Yeah, it just kind of reminds me of it.
Wow. I think we're going to have to go back one more time.
Yeah, no. I think last time we were just going back and forth. But we went like this and then like that. And then we realized it started tasting a little bit different. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Like they're warming up too.
Dude, this one.
Let's do number 1 again.
I don't even know what to think. This is what I want to do. Beers that I really do like. we gotta do that next.
Like which ones?
Whichever. You want to do porters? There's a porter I like. You want to do IPAs? There's IPAs that I like. And you too, right?
Yeah, I think it's just harder because there's so many IPAs and stuff.
Well,
like which ones?
Well,
If
okay.
we could differentiate.
I definitely would want to do Happy Camper, maybe. Maybe we could do Happy Camper, St. Arnold's Art Car, Voodoo Ranger, and then do you have a favorite IPA? Because those three are
7K IPA is high up there.
That's also Santa Fe
Yeah,
Brewing
Santa
Company.
Fe Brewing Company.
So they also make Happy Camper. But so that'd be fun if we did those 4. Or maybe took one of those out and threw in some random one that was super whack. Like, does Budweiser make an IPA? No.
No, but you know what? I guess we should. Another thing we can do is like read the labels, rate the cans, and then leave, get those poured out, and see how that influences what we think it is too.
Before we even taste it.
Before we taste it. Or, I mean, beers that we've had, but it'll be like, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. There's different ways to do this. So
We're on 1 again. All right. Cheers.
Salud. These are hard. Fuck. You like this one?
I have no idea. You know, they all kind of taste exactly the same now.
Yeah, these. But what I will say, these taste better than the domestic light ones. And I think I rated the domestic light ones higher. But after having those Belgian beers and then last week the IPAs, it's like these are not even close.
Yeah.
They're not even close to that quality of beer or that taste of beer. I think
Like,
Coors Banquet and Budweiser. They smell almost the same.
oh my goodness. This is so hard.
This one's a little bit less carbonated.
What does that mean?
It just tastes flatter. I don't know.
Who makes their beers flatter?
I don't know. It just tastes less bubbly.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness.
So Miller High Life, they say the champagne of beers. Budweiser is the king of beers. And Coors is what? What's their
From
saying?
the Rockies?
From the Rockies?
Something
is that
like
what it
that,
is?
yeah.
And Yuengling, I don't even remember. Yeah. So I am convinced that one of these is Coors and the other one is Budweiser. I just can't choose which one.
All right, hold on. I'm going to clean my palate. I'm going to start with 1 again and try this again. I'm like... Let me really clean this out with some flaming hot Cheetos and sour cream.
Shit, now I'm thinking this is Miller High Life.
Dude, these two taste exactly the same to me. And this one kind of does too now. So this is what happened. I think I was able to differentiate between these two. This one definitely tastes different. Then I got to this one, and this one tasted the best. But then when I got back to these, they also taste good again now, somehow. I don't know what's happening. All right. I just got the Flaming Hot Cheetos. I'm going to start with 1 again. Here we go. So smells like beer. I think I'm trying to find subtle flavors in beers that don't have subtle flavors. That's our problem right now. We're when we're talking about the German beers, you're like, oh, there's a subtle taste of banana and bubble gum. And yeah, I tasted it. They're subtle, but they're there. Like masterpieces.
These, what's the best way I could explain them? They taste like watered down beer. I don't know. That's what they taste like.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to like.
It's hard to get like any substance from it. You just gave up on cleaning your palate, huh?
It's because I'm trying to see if there's a different. Like you take a sip of that and then of that, so you can see where the bitterness is at. I guess that's. I'm trying to gauge the bitterness. And there's like a small sulfur. There's like this sulfur thing
In this one?
In all of them.
Ooh. You know what? That's what I was saying with the tap water. That's what I meant.
Like some sulfur.
It almost tastes like the water. Yes.
Yeah. So. That's my least favorite, for sure. That's my least favorite. In fact, I want to give that one a less than a 3.5.
Do it.
Yeah.
Change your answer, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I haven't tasted this one in a bit.
I'm just drinking this one, trying to figure out. I don't even know what to rate it. 1. What? I gave it 5. That was 4. Whoops. I put that in the wrong place.
So these, I am just going to roll the dice. It's one or the other. But I'm going to say one is Coors. And then Budweiser is number 2. And they're both equally terrible.
Before, I don't want to cheat off of you. I want to.
So I'll give it a 3.5.
I'm kind of getting angry at these beers.
Don't get mad at them.
What are you? It bubbled when I did that. Like, bloop. The thing is, I'm like reaching for substance in something that has very little substance. It's kind of I didn't once I realized that I'm kind of upset me a little bit. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like we drink these beers that have all these
Crazy
there's like citrus, there's nut, there's all this stuff, and then we're drinking these and tell me what flavors you taste. Sulfur. For crying out loud.
Well, it's common in lagers.
A sulfur flavor?
Sulfur, yeah. The lager yeast gives off sulfur.
Literally?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it smells like sulfur.
Huevos.
Oh, yeah, it smells like that. And then you let it lager, you let it sit. That's what lagering means, to sit. Lager, like storage. Like you store it, and that flavor dies down.
Like
dies
when you're
down,
like
dies down.
when the internet lags. It's a lager. It's lagging.
Lagging, lager. Oh,
It's like
maybe.
sitting there doing
Yeah,
nothing.
it
It's
could
lagging.
be a tied word. Yeah, but it's like a. Yeah, the word means to sit. So you let these things sit for a certain amount of, for a certain period of time at a certain temperature, and it just starts going away.
The sulfur?
Yeah, it starts going away. Yeah.
So the longer you let it sit, so they didn't let these sit long enough?
Well, I don't know. I just had that smell in one of them. I don't even know which one. And I think as they warm up too, like you start smelling it more too.
This one has a sulfur flavor.
Number 2.
And I think it is. I still think it's Budweiser. I think this one a 2. It's gonna be funny. This one's, and we have no idea.
See, it's funny. You said this is like your favorite. You haven't even touched it.
Well, this out of these, I like
Because we're trying to figure out these, huh?
Out of all these, I think 4 was the best, which I think is Coors Banquet, and that's what I was trying to get at with the last podcast. But I also have never compared Yuengling with Coors. I'm pretty sure this is Yuengling, but I do remember Bud Light being lighter than Budweiser. Is that just me? Is that just my imagination?
No, I think it's
It's
true.
a little bit lighter, but because like these all look like light beers, don't they?
I think they're also from the.
These all look just like the light beers.
This one looks different than these two.
It's a little darker, right? But hold it up. Remember, it's the lighting.
Yeah,
Which
but
one you said, two?
sometimes if you have...
Nah, you can't. They're the same.
You can't tell.
They're all the same. All right, let me get some of this. I'm gonna do.
She's all eating veggie chips instead of hot Cheetos. It's like, oh my
You're missing out.
I know.
The best thing about all this is the flaming hot Cheetos and the sour cream. Hey, salud.
Salud.
To Yuengling.
We're so convinced it's Yuengling. See, now it's tasting better. After I had these over and over and over, now this is
good.
better.
This one is good. Oh, I gave it 3. Because it has a bad after flavor.
Is that what it is?
Do you taste that? After you sip it, then like after a while, in your mouth still, the after flavor. It's like when we were drinking the the Guinness, the 0% alcohol.
Oh, that was nasty.
This was you. You're like, oh, oh. It like went through this flavor profile.
I'm down to do that. And then, that's another thing. Shout out to Justin Gibson from Aurelias. He already followed our podcast, so he's the owner of Aurelias.
Oh, awesome. Those beers are good.
Yeah, so he might be down to come down. I agree. I think that would be awesome to do. I said we would stay away from rating local beers, but we can drink local beers. Let's just not rate them.
Let's rate them.
You want to rate them?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I guess so.
Dude, honestly, I'm not some like important person. I like beer. I'll tell you what I think. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, Matthew said this. Like, who cares?
I think you would like him too. He drives a Tesla too. He's one of the first people that drives a Tesla. And he's all Aurelias means the golden age. So he talks about that. He makes really high quality beer. He's all about like a scratch kitchen and ethics in beer making and stuff.
They have Aurelias at...
And ethical drinking. And all of his cans, he talks about ethical drinking on it. So
that's awesome.
I think that's great.
Yeah, that's great. On the west side, right? That's where the brewery is. Yeah, those beers are good.
Yeah, I think his beers are pretty darn good.
You ready for cuatro?
Yeah, let's do it. Salud. This is the one I'm saying I don't like the most.
You don't even want to drink it?
I'm drinking most of it. That's how these companies manipulate you. They're like, it tastes like crap, so drink it fast. Just kidding. So it won't stay in your mouth so long.
If you swallow it, you won't taste it.
I think this one for sure
Yuengling?
is Yuengling. And the other 1, 2, and 4, no clue.
No clue, man.
I'm just kind of giving it. There's subtle differences. But even then, it's like it depends. Did I eat the hot Cheeto like right after and drink water, or did I? I don't know. It's like it's all over the place.
Would you 3.5 for all of them? You can't do that.
3.5, 3.5, 3.5, and then 3 on the darker one, which I thought that's the one I would like the most.
Okay, so I think we need to put these in order of favorite to least favorite.
So we can do that on this side.
That's how come you can't do 3.5 unless you hate them all equally. Well, you hate these all equally and you hate this one more. I feel like the goal of a blind taste test is to figure out which one you like the most.
Yeah, so
at
this one,
at least put a star next to the one you think's the best. Something like that.
Let's see. I'm gonna do a rating here.
This is hard. Yeah, because you put this one's a 3 and the rest a 3.5. That's not fair.
Yes, they're all equally bad. You give me that one. I can't even tell the difference. You know, it's just a vessel for alcohol.
If you were going to drink, if you had to drink one of these for the rest of your life, fuck is right. Fuck is right.
But which jail?
Would you?
That is worse than jail.
Would you be like, it doesn't matter, or would you actually pick one? That's what I mean. Like, at least pick which one you give 5 stars to. Which one's number 1 for you? I think that's fair.
For sure, not that one. This one.
I'm gonna do it with you. I think this one became the best one in the end. The Yuengling for me. Well, if it's Yuengling.
Okay, so it would be number 2. So 2 would be A.
That's your favorite out of all these?
Yeah, A, B. And then, C. Well, this one, C, D.
Man, I cannot tell.
So if I had to drink one for the rest of my life, it would be the one that I think is Budweiser, which is number 2. If this is the one if you forced me, if you said, Ricky, we're sending you to a death sentence or you drink this beer your whole life, it would be this one.
Whoa. I think that's Budweiser.
Number 2?
Did we agree with that? Oh, we did!
No.
You think Budweiser's 2, so do I. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you flipped 1 and 3.
I haven't flipped any of them.
No, well, what's the difference? Which one?
Oh, you mean... Oh, we both think this one's Yuengling. Oh, I see what you mean.
Budweiser, and then we flipped these 2.
Yes, so I think this one's Coors and this one's Miller High Life. Let's see. Coors, I think, and Miller High Life is 1. Let me see what this tastes like. They're so gross.
There's like a weird... They're just like water with alcohol and like a weird bitterness.
This is like, if you just want to drink, you don't really care about flavor, and you want to drink a lot of them, because there's not that much alcohol in them, for crying out loud.
Dude, how did these companies manipulate us? You're like, they're also gross if you want to drink a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, you definitely got to buy a 30 case of this.
What the heck? You're like, they're so gross, I need to buy a 30.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Because they're low alcohol.
But, I don't know, it's crazy.
It is super crazy. I mean, what's the lowest, besides the 0%, 0.5? We've had
Was
a
it
4.
Natural Light 3.9%?
That's embarrassing. And I think I'm going to go with Yuengling for the best one. I'm going to say...
That's the one I rated the worst.
I'm going to say this one's 4. I'm going to give this one 3. All right. Should we show what we think?
Final.
These are our finals. All right. Shells, my bells.
They're behind you. Which one do you want? Number 1?
Yeah, let's start with
one.
1.
Number
All right,
one.
so I think 1 was Miller High Life.
I thought it was Coors Banquet.
Coors Banquet.
I knew it. I knew it. Well, no, I didn't. I was kind of rolling the dice on these 2.
Good job, though.
I was
Good guess.
1 and 2. Okay.
Can I change my answers?
Wait. Yeah, because last time. Well, now what do you?
I'm just joking.
Okay.
That's not fair. All right.
And then 2 I thought was Budweiser.
We both agreed it was Budweiser.
High Life.
What?
Okay.
Whoa, wait. That's shocking.
You think so?
I don't remember High Life tasting that, like, this one, I think this one has the most flavor, actually. It's just not that great.
And this is the one I said, if I have to drink all the time.
You drink it all the time. That's right.
And that's the one that I was telling you, that I got sick off of it.
What the heck? This one made me throw up multiple times. It's my favorite.
Dude, these guys manipulate us. We are so manipulated.
You said this is Miller High Life and I hate it.
So that, I know, it's true. It's true.
So funny.
So what do you think? Next one? For sure, this is Yuengling.
All right, what's
Number 3 is Yuengling.
Oh, man.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, we got that.
We got that one right.
Okay, we did.
But that was kind of...
And then, obviously, the
right.
next one is Budweiser. Which
So 4 was Budweiser,
nasty.
huh?
Now, do you want to drink it out of the can and see the difference?
Honestly, I'm sick of these beers.
Dude, it's crazy because these are like the OGs. I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Hey, but you know what? This beer does make you want to drink it. Like, look at this. It's fancy. They got like Aztec designs going on.
What is
It's
Aztec
like,
design?
Look at this.
Oh,
It's
they
like-
do.
It's
Look
like,
at
it's
that.
cool. It's cool, but No. Hey, we got Yuengling, right? That's good. America's oldest brewery.
Yuengling lager, and then Budweiser is how much percent? Let's see. This one 5% alcohol.
Oh, nice. This one's 4.5. That makes me like Budweiser.
That one's 1903.
The champagne of beers. What's this one at?
It might be on the small print.
What the heck? Hey, this one has the ingredients: water, barley, malt, corn syrup,
Corn syrup.
yeast, hop extract. Not even hops. Hop extract.
That's good. It takes away bitterness. That's why I think this one might have been on the top, because when you add hops,
I don't
actual
see it on
hops, there's like an herbal taste to it.
So maybe find it.
Hey, but they don't use high fructose corn syrup. They just use regular corn syrup.
That's good. Yeah. This one's 5%.
Maltose. They use maltose. Wow.
So this one's 5% also. Golden, Colorado.
How does this not have the
100%
alcohol
Rocky
volume?
Mountain water. Wow. The only one we got right.
4.6%.
What?
4.6?
Oh, 4.6. Okay. So Coors and Budweiser are better just because they're higher alcohol. But I think Yuengling tasted the best.
So this was High Life.
Oh man, that's hilarious, Ricky. That's hilarious. You're like, this one, 4 for sure is High Life because it tastes like crap. I got sick of it at once. And then you're like, but this one's the best.
Right off the bat.
And this was your favorite one. That's funny. Wow, what a twist. No,
Yeah.
you know how some beers you drink them and they're like full of flavor and they're delicious, but after like one beer you're kind of sick of it. It's like chocolate cake or something, you know, like that's because I said decadent, but yeah, it's like you eat too much of it and you don't want any more. And then some beers are sessionable. That's what you say. They're sessionable. But maybe on your first beer, you're like, this beer's not that great, but it's good. But you're able to drink like 4 or 5 of them. These beers, I don't feel like they're very sessionable. I'm sorry to say.
Dude, they sell them in 30 packs.
I know.
These aren't sessionable. They're water. Like,
Do you want
hydrating fluid.
Do you want to keep drinking these though? You want? Here, cheers.
Maybe this one.
All right.
Cheers to Miller.
Cheers to Yuengling.
And the one I did not like the most is the first one I finished.
That's hilarious.
But it's funny because it's like,
What was that one?
that was Budweiser. And this was Miller, the one that I did like, which now, look, this is what I want to see, because now I'm seeing the can. It grosses me out a little bit.
The can grosses you out because
it kind of reminds me.
We should have got these in bottles. We should have got caguamas.
In bottles. They only do them in like
40s.
where?
Oh,
I don't see 40s anymore.
Oh, you're saying they only do them like in 6-packs?
6-packs and stuff. That's why I got them like this.
Build your own?
I guess so. We'd have to go to.
I don't know. What is it?
Still tastes good to me.
The Miller?
Yeah. So look at all these. Look at the prints. I'm going to show the audience. Look at the prints. All of them, first of all, I think, if I'm not mistaken, are last names.
Right, that's what I was saying. Oscar Yuengling.
They're names.
Well, no, is Budweiser, that's a German last name?
No, Budweiser is a town. Budweiser.
Oh, well,
But I don't know if, I mean, before people were named, their last names were because you're from that town.
that's true.
Jesus of Nazareth.
David Yuengling.
Yeah, look at that. So David Yuengling.
I like Oscar better. Just kidding.
Oscar Yuengling.
I'm going to call him Oscar.
I know.
David Yuengling, okay.
Miller, for sure, is the last name. Coors? What's Coors?
Felipe Coors.
Oh, don't say that.
Alpha Coors was a penniless brewer's apprentice, and he stowed away on a ship from Germany.
I know somebody whose middle name is Adolf, and they were born in the 50s.
That is bad. That's bad.
In Spanish, though.
Adolfo. I know Adolfo is also.
Adolfo.
Yeah, that's different.
That's my dad. David Adolfo. That's my dad's middle name. I just didn't know. I don't know. It was like
Adolphus Bush was Budweiser.
Adolphus Bush. Okay, so. Well,
if I want to have if I want a kid who's gonna make beer, I should name him Adolfo. Apparently,
statistically, if you want a domestic
brewer, name your
what
child.
the heck?
What was Miller?
Frederick Miller.
Okay,
So we have Frederick Miller, Adolf Coors, Adolphus, Budweiser,
and David
and
Yuengling.
David Yuengling. Hey, this is the only Jewish name.
Well, no, Yuengling is still like. Well, is Yuengling a German? Was he German? Czech? I'm sure he was.
Just first name. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, Adolf. What was that one? Federico.
Frederick.
We're turning
all
Hispanic.
It just says he was an American brewer.
So American. So oldest brewery in America, started by Americans. Were Coors and Budweiser and Miller from America? Or did they come and start the companies?
Frederick.
Coors came to America and
From where?
from Germany,
From Germany?
Yeah.
but he opened his brewery in America.
Okay.
Well, he's the one that stowed away on a boat.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought that was Budweiser.
that was Coors.
Okay.
Budweiser immigrated to St. Louis from Germany with a small inheritance and bought a brewery supply company and took over a failing brewery.
That's what you need to do.
I know, that's what we got to do. Breweries should be cheap right now.
Miller's also from Germany.
Dude. I need to hire a German. That's the key.
Hire a German.
That's what I need to do, a German
Well, I don't know. I thought the best one was David Yuengling. And,
America.
America. But America is only what, like 300 years old, 250 years old?
1776. July 4th, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And every one of them was they're basically immigrants, unless you're Native American.
Even they immigrated to the Bering Strait, so.
So who was here before?
Nobody. Mammoths. I don't know. I don't know what to believe on that.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah. Wow. Okay, that's super interesting.
Brewery in El Paso, looking for German. Must have first name Adolf.
I know. I'm going to have a bunch of Adolfos. Wow,
Wow.
dude. That's very interesting. Super interesting. But I wonder, too. You don't like it? You're like,
I mean, the only one we got right was Yuengling.
no, we got this one right. I got that one right, Coors. I wonder why, though. Like, you think it's the roots and history with the Germans and the beer and all that stuff? I mean, coming over here and why the big three are German?
Well, maybe they moved specifically because Germany made the purity law.
They're like, hey, we can mess with things over here. Probably, right? Who knows?
Let's add corn syrup to our beer.
What does it say up here?
This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you will find in no other beer at any price. United States of America. King of beers. I mean, this makes me want to drink it.
Well, I've been to the Anheuser-Busch brewery, and the beer there tastes good.
So,
It tastes good. I don't know if because we're trying it from different like tanks, and at the time I knew about beer, but I didn't know about making beer. And this is like in 2015. Yeah, was it 2015, 2016, somewhere around there? And Roman was with us. That's somebody we should have brought on. Freaking Roman.
yeah, but he was leaving.
Yeah, he came.
I only saw, yeah, he came for like 2 days.
Yeah, that's it.
But I think he'll come visit if we invite him. And I have a spare bedroom now, so.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so with him, he what's it called? We went to the Anheuser-Busch Brewery in St. Louis, and they showed us like where the horses were, and it's like a big piece of land, and the tanks, they look like blimps.
What do you mean they showed you where the horses were?
Yeah, because you know how they have horses?
No.
Like on all their advertising? No? You never seen?
On Budweiser advertising, they have horses, and then they actually keep them on
There's
their
actual
land.
yeah, and there's certain, yeah, and they name them. So they're like, this is the stall of
This is
this
Bud,
horse.
and this is Weiser.
No, it's like 7 or 8 horses.
This is Light. That one's Bush.
But they get like premium. I forgot the names of the types of horses because it's a certain type of horse that even like they grow fur like on their legs.
Yeah, those are the really tall ones.
Yeah, they're really big horses. Yeah. And so then we go in there, and then the lagering tanks now, knowing what I do, I'm assuming they're lagering tanks. But they look like blimps.
You made me want some Budweiser.
Big blimps.
They look like blimps?
They look like blimps.
I mean, if you want some more.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what we're talking about. It's all right. Beer's about being with good company.
Yeah, and I may be talking a lot of crap, but, I still like beer. Cheers.
Dude, cheers. Dude, it tastes better.
Well, it does. I almost picked Budweiser as my favorite, but I think Yuengling has more flavor. I know you didn't like it, but I'm going to pour some of this one.
Well, no, that's the thing. I wonder if it's because, like, if we pour more right now, knowing what it is. I think we already, I assumed what it was, but I was just trying to be objective. But I do order Yuengling, when I go out to eat or something. And also the fact that I know that it's the oldest brewery in the country.
That makes it really cool.
So think about it. It survived the Civil War. It survived World War I.
West Definer version of American beer.
Of American beer, yeah.
That's a weird concept because one of them's like 2,000 years old, or how old was it?
It is.
Oh, it's 1,000 years old.
But think about, so like, what's hyper American?
A few hundred years.
Like, what's one of the most unique American things that you can think of?
NASCAR.
Like, truly, NASCAR? Technology. We are the best at technology. Phones came from the United States of America. If you look at movies, they're American. If you look at our vehicles, American.
Cowboys are very American.
No, that's Mexican. Vaqueros. They adopted it from the Mexicans.
It's kind of like, it's interesting.
And the Spanish.
You think cowboys are, everyone thinks cowboys are American, but it's interesting that they came from vaqueros.
Yeah.
But it's also the concept of gangsters, like hip hop music and all this other stuff, but it comes from Italy.
Yeah, that's
original
Italian.
Gangsters are Italian.
Yeah, mafiosos, right? The mafia is
that's
like
interesting.
Yeah, but like something that one of my friends has told me is like, dude, think about the most American food. Like, think about it. What's the most American food?
Hamburger? Hot dog?
No, those are German.
The most American food?
American. That you say, hey, this is what we eat in America. Nobody else in the world eats this.
Don't tell me. I want to think about this. This is interesting.
Just a little bit. Like, I was mind blown when I was told.
The most American food. So it can't be rice and beans because that's Mexican.
Yeah. We're from the border, by the way. It's like
that's what we have here all the time.
I know.
The most American food, ice cream. I have no idea what.
No, Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
The turkey is only found in the Americas.
Wow, okay.
Cranberries are from like the Wisconsin area. Corn is from the Americas.
Interesting.
And popcorn. Because the Native Americans would pop it. And corn is only from this part of the Americas.
Interesting.
So those are like the most American things. That's the people in other parts of the world don't really eat that. I mean, if you want to talk about South America and we share that with other people, but yeah, so like beer, it's traditionally German, like intrinsic in their culture. Belgian is traditionally, with beer. Yeah. So we kind of adopted it from them, but this isn't ours,
Yeah.
Tequila is more American than that, right? And what I mean by America is like the Americas.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Rice
and beans.
Yeah, rice and beans.
No, right.
Rice is Asian.
Really?
Rice is Asian. Yeah.
Corn tortillas then.
Corn tortillas. Yeah, corn is from America. Right? Rice is Asian? Yeah, I think rice is Asian, and then pero tequila's from the agave, right? So they later on, it's because I'm saying American kind of interchangeably, but like the United States of America, all these guys that made whiskey and all that stuff, they're like, hey, what if we get the spirit from Mexico and then stick it in a barrel? Because you would only do that with bourbon or tequila or stuff like that, and then we started doing it with that. But
It is?
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It just made me think that a long time ago, I heard that they wanted to make something called the Amero, and it would be a currency for the Americas, and the people were fighting against it because it would drop the value of the American dollar, but it would raise up the value of the peso and everything in South America, because our dollar's worth more than theirs. But maybe not now. I don't know. Our value's gone down. I mean, how much were these beers? They're a lot more than they used to be.
$11 for all of them.
That's not too bad, but
that's still.
Do you remember when they were like $1 each?
Yeah, they're cheap.
Like $1.25?
Yeah.
I think. Can't trust the media. You can only trust Hoppy Talk.
Trust us. Don't trust.
You want to
anyone
drink
else.
some Yuengling with me?
Yeah, that's why I drank it, to see if it affects the flavor.
Salud.
Salud. Cheers. See, now it tastes better.
Tastes better in bottle,
Yeah.
I think, but
That's another thing. We're rating them out of cans. Like, dude, when you have the draft beer
It's
or bottled
better.
beer,
Oh
yeah,
my
it's different
gosh.
because it's like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, whenever I go to a brewery and they have one of my favorite beers on tap, oh, I'm in heaven.
And you know what? I was hearing from somebody that grew up like in the 80s, and they said, oh, dude, draft beer lost its... Like at that time in the 80s, it was like, draft beer? Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, it needs to be in bottle.
What?
So there's like all these like trends.
How?
That's what I mean. I think these companies are very, very good. They don't sell beer. They sell
Ideas or like
yeah, there's that marketing. They're marketing companies like cigarettes, right? In the 60s. I haven't seen the whole show, but like Mad Men, my brothers have told me about it and stuff. But like in the 60s, they're trying to sell you cigarettes a certain way and a certain brand, and you know what this cigarette is for if you're this person, this is what you should be smoking, you know. And it's an interesting thing. I think I want to think people are good,
yeah, me too. I think they
right?
are.
But I
And I think some are bad.
I think we're born inherently with an evil nature,
That's gonna be.
but we are well, yes, exactly. That's why we're baptized. Why else would Christ come down and save us? But this is the thing. It's like, and this is in our culture, right? Like, I don't know how other cultures think or anything like that. And I think we want to see the best in people. But the reality is there's evil people out there.
I just gotta tell you that I need to pee.
Me too.
Oh, you go first, motherfucker.
No,
It's
you
your
go,
turn.
you go.
I'm waiting. I've been waiting.
Go. It's because this conversation was too good.
No, I'm gonna wait.
No, there's
It's 'cause
two bathrooms.
I'm used to drinking real beer.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go. But
Ooh. Do you want some of this one?
Coors? Not really.
What did you rate it?
3.
You got
3.5. I'm eating hot Cheetos and stuff.
Whatever. Might as well finish them.
You drank more beer than I did this time.
I'm about to continue.
That's crazy. We're like, these beers are terrible, and we're still drinking them.
There's still beer.
But that's how these companies get you. Like, I've had some people that are like, but it tastes like beer, right? Like at the brewery, it's like, yeah, it's beer. And they're like, but it tastes like, when people think of taste of beer, they think of this.
So one of my coworkers only drinks these kind of beers, but he did tell me he likes Indio. There's another beer he told me recently that he likes, and I was like,
Has he been to the brewery?
No, he doesn't want to go because he only likes these kind
That's
of
what
beers.
I mean. It's like those people, when you give them a fucking chance,
Yeah.
like, come on. Dude, just honestly, I'm wondering if I should do a promotion online and just say, you know what, come to our brewery, bring your favorite beer, and then let me give you one of my beers 50% off.
That's a great idea.
So you can try it. Just because people don't fucking even try it. Yeah. They won't even try it, dude.
Also, just getting them in the door is important. Because even if you, like for example, Xbox, I just learned this. Xbox loses $200 on every Xbox they sell.
What?
But they make it up on the video game sales.
Oh.
And they make it up on the join the live, what Xbox Live I think is what it's called, which is where you can play any game online. So, and that's a subscription, $20 or $10 a month.
That's
so
where the money's
they
at.
just get them the Xbox, which is like, you know, like you might lose money getting them into the brewery, but you make money once they start buying the beers. Hey, cheers.
Cheers, bro.
That's your Yuengling, huh?
Yep. Now I'm going to drink my favorite beer of all time.
Oh,
Miller.
Man. Was this the Budweiser?
No, it's a Miller.
Susan Miller. Ugh. Reminds me of throwing up when I was little. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Hoppy Talk, where we rated domestic beers, not light.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I think this was another fun experiment. And we hope to hear from you guys soon. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Salud.